going on, guys? It's P to the A to the U to the Lizzle, your favorite car show host that you've never seen or heard of. Today, working on the problem child. I finally got her back running, and I've got a few things I got to do. I got to switch out the ECU, do a little wiring, button a few things up, turn the key, and see how she does. So you're going to follow me today. First thing though is knock off all this dirt. When the car sits, it gets this like woodsy patina or something about it that I cannot stand. So plus there's a bunch of black widows in the thing. So that's what we're going to do. Let's wash it off and put an ECU in it. Problem is there's an infestation of spider webs, and she is a mess where it's pretty much just been a project car for the past 3 years, sitting around, tools everywhere, everything's pulled out, but all stuff that can be remedied. Look at this thing. It's got some big pinchers on it. It's on my shoulder. Ah! Golly. Alright, so here's what we got to do to this. First thing is some wiring where I put in, where my brother and he helped me because I'm wiring illiterate. We put in a push start button. The starter was acting funny, whatever. I could have just fixed that. We found out it was just a broke wire, but I'd already ordered a $17 push start button that had a cool LED in it. I wasn't just going to give that up. And so I've got to button up that wiring. Also, I'll take you to the back in just a second to show you another thing, but I've got this, which is a RTEC 1.8 chipped N370 FC3S RX7 ECU. A lot of numbers and a lot of syllables there. But what that pretty much means is this is a tuned ECU, which will allow me to run bigger ejectors, more boost, and you know it eliminates the fuel cut, so it has a fuel defender built in and all that. So this is going to be swapped out for what's installed right now, which is the RTEC 2.1 ECU. And I hear you cry, why would you do that? That's like 0.3 worse. You're correct, it is, you know your numbers, but it's not that simple. The tune that was done on it wasn't done under right conditions, and I don't think was a great tune. So this will let me drive this car, hopefully, and let me diagnose some other problems I've had with the street driving performance, whatever. So I'm going to slap this in. It's just a plug-in real quick, button up some wiring, and we're going to take it up the road. So this is how hard I've been searching through this car. Fuel pump relay. If you have an RX-7, you've probably pulled this out a few times to stop it from flooding and get it to recrank. It's been cut. There's been a new switch added for the straight wired fuel pump, and there you can see the webs of my enemies. Anywho, this wire was going back to the fuel pump, but now it's just going straight to the battery, so I've got to cut that in half and put a switch in between so I can control that. Here's the also important push button. What the problem was, the main relay wasn't powering up. It wasn't clicking on or anything. What it was this fuse, this 15 amp fuse right here. That's your engine fuse. Now the forums said that, and I had checked that fuse so many times, it was stupid. Here it is, actually. The way that it was in there, would you say that that fuse was blown, or was it good? It is blown right here. I mean, I've looked and looked and looked, and I could not see it until I just finally stopped being so lazy and pulled it out. So yeah, so replaced the fuse. Even bought a main relay off a homie off the RX-7 club for him, so that was very nice of him. New main relay, but of course that wasn't the problem, never is. We added a fuel pressure regulator, so it should be pretty good to run, but we're gonna find out here in just a minute, because back here is a bunch of junk, but also my straight wiring for the fuel pump. It just goes back here and goes to the fuel pump harness. So when I stick this on, I don't know if you can hear that. And that's the loudest that fuel pump has ever been. Apparently, the resistor that gives you a high voltage and a low voltage for idling or getting into boost gives you a higher or lower pressure on the fuel pump has been shot for a while now. So hopefully that's going to help put in a new ECU and we will drive it. But first, I got to button up some wiring. I'm sure you don't want to watch that, so let's cut to the fun part. Two-way is strong. It is strong. Okay, so yeah, I'd say she's still not healthy. space right there, but as long as I don't go past like 5% throttle, I'm good. Well, it continues, but definitely got a lot closer, I believe. Sorry this couldn't be a more exciting drive, guys. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys later.